And we welcome you back to the KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo for the second of three contests in the 19th annual Scotty Bowman Showcase. It is the Scotty Bowman Cup, where the best seniors from the Buffalo and Rochester areas go head to head. And you're watching it tonight on West York Athletics. We're also on our X page. We're also on Facebook, and we're on YouTube at Western New York Athletics. This game is brought to you by Damon University, Binghamton University, Logistics Plus, Top Tier Roofing, and Kinney Drugs. Joe Kraus, Rich Crozier, our producer, Tim Gardner with you again. And Rich, this is the game that everybody's been looking forward to, right? It's the seniors, a lot of these players we have followed over the course of the season, and this is going to be for the final time getting to represent their schools in Buffalo and Rochester. It's a pretty big feat for not only the players and their families.
Oh, it's the swan song, it's the exclamation point on the senior season. To be selected to the Bowman Cup is such an honor. And you're right. That senior year, Joe, we've talked about it during the season. It's a special year in a young man's life, and here they are, right? They're months away, many of them going away to college, and they're really closing out their high school hockey career with such a great opportunity tonight to represent their schools, and really the exclamation point on such a fantastic season that both these young men from Buffalo and Rochester had this season.
A lot of these players had a lot of success, not only this past year, but in years prior, of deep postseason runs. Of course, we had a chance to see what Winslow East was able to do, making it all the way to the state Final Four for the first time since 2015. Orchard Park making their way to the regional final. Couldn't get back to a state title run, but they've won 4 straight Section 6 titles in Division I here. We'll be able to tell you a lot of the stories, and we crunched the numbers here of the career numbers as well for all the players in Buffalo and Rochester, so we'll be able to go through all that as the night goes on. But we'll start with the head coaches here as they're introducing the lineups for Rochester. He just finished his 22nd season. David Evans with Webster Thomas, 22 seasons with the team. Also, Bill McGrath just finished his second year at Portside. And Mark Staley, 17 seasons now with Batavia Notre Dame. And in the lineup tonight for Rochester, it's going to be number 34, Jameson Tika. In his 5-year career with Batavia Notre Dame, he recorded 135 goals, 141 assists, and 276 career points in 5 years for Batavia Notre Dame, and he's going to be skating here in just a couple of moments. And for the Buffalo Seniors, longtime coaches here in Western New York in Section 6, Sean Green just finished his 32nd season with Williamsville South. Mike Turillo led the Flames, as we said, to state's Final Four, 21 years as head coach, 36 years overall with the Flames. And Kyle Prey, who announced at the end of this season that he is retiring, 317 wins in the Fed from 2001 to 2025. His first 6 years with Kenmore West helped the Blue Devils win the 2006 Federation title. Came over to Kenmore East in 2007, and in 18 years with the Bulldogs, he won 4 Section 6 championships, his last coming in 2024, and 2 state championships in 2012 and 2016. So coaches and pedigrees, a lot of players, and of course, as we said, we'll go through during the contest of what they did for their careers, as this is their last game here competing tonight. But this should be a lot of fun. The crowd's starting to file in. What are you most looking forward to in this one?
Well, listen, first of all, as you mentioned, Joe, there's a lot of goals on the ice. There are players that can put the puck in the net, solid goaltenders as well. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking for a really good competitive game. Rochester really got the best of the Buffalo team in the junior, the Tim Horton Memorial Cup. But this is the granddaddy of them all. It's the Scotty Bowman Classic. It is the senior year all-star game. And as you mentioned, Joe, it's not just an honor to be named to the Bowman Cup roster as a senior, but as a coach as well. And these are great coaches that have given back to the game. Again, hats off to Coach Prey, who's had a great career with both Kenmore schools and is hanging it up with Kenmore East. We send our congratulations to Coach Prey for just a great career with those Bulldogs.
We'll step aside and bring you the Star Spangled Banner, then we'll drop the puck. More from downtown Buffalo and Western New York Athletics. And welcome back to the KeyBank Center, home of the Buffalo Sabres, as the Buffalo seniors and the Rochester seniors get ready to face off, represent their schools one last time in the Scotty Bowman Cup, crown jewel of the 19th annual Scotty Bowman Showcase. Second of three contests coming up tonight as the Buffalo seniors in their gold jerseys, going with Kenmore East goaltender Eric Freeman first. Freeman wrapping up his 3.5-year campaign at the varsity level. A 2.25 goals against average this past season for the Bulldogs. Once again at the top of the Niagara Frontier League. And starting in net for Rochester, wearing the dark blue with red stripes, it is Aiden Brown from Pittsford. Pittsford 11-2 and 1 record when Brown was in net, 15 appearances overall, and a point only allowed 24 goals on the season, including a .98 in the playoffs for Aiden Brown against Pittsford.
One of the challenges that we saw in the earlier game, Joe, remains the same here. It's just which players have played together and who can find that chemistry early on. It is an all-star game, but it's a very competitive all-star game with the bragging rights and the Bowman Cup going home with one of these two teams.
Buffalo trying to get going early on. This is Jackson Deet from Canisius. Alex Saley with a high shot from the blue line, deflected in front, and a save by Aiden Brown right in front. The last shot from Tyler Bukite of Orchard Park.
Oh, Tyler Bukite was so good for them. I know that they had higher hopes than going to that regional final. Bukite is a big reason why Orchard Park was so successful this year. He is going to be tough to replace next year on those Quakers.
Sam Wolgass for Williamsville North, a cross-ice pass. He gets it back from Shane Neese of Wool South. Puck takes a couple bounces off the board. Now Rory Gately from Pittsford sends the puck just past center ice. Neese tracks it down. 82 career games with the Billies, 9 goals, 46 career points. 7 of those goals coming this past season. As
got that great shot. We were so impressed. The one-timer from the point sees the ice really well. Did a great job for Coach Green this year.
Adam Perry from Niagara Wakefield goes behind, then gets pushed down. Gately, his pass intercepted on the blue line, kept in by Buffalo. Buck goes back to Perry. 49 goals in 61 career games with Niagara Wheatfield and head coach Rick Rosen the last 3 seasons. As the puck slowed down from behind by Gately. Gately turns. Jack Keller gets the puck to center. The puck goes to Jacob Murdy of Kenmore West. 61 career games for head coach Rob Rozak, who coached in the junior game earlier tonight. Here comes a possession. A high shot goes over from Simon Cole from Victor. Then a shot near the end line from Emmett Lance, and it's covered up by Eric Freeman.
We were impressed with Freeman this year, Joe. He really did a nice job for those Bulldogs. Coach Prey. You recalled it earlier, that Niagara Wheatfield game was pretty entertaining. Coach Prey had mentioned he didn't love the start that they got off to, and it was because of Freeman's play that they were able to get the victory that day. Once they got rolling, they never stopped. That was a fun game. Hockey Outlet, if I recall.
And for Eric Freeman, not only was that performance outstanding, but his junior year in the Section 6 semifinal against Starpoint, he faced over 30 shots from the Spartans, and he stopped the first 16 shots. And Starpoint, of course, as we know, they have a couple guys that we saw in the first contest, high-powered offense. He stopped 16 in a row. Kenmore East went on to win the sectional championship last in 2024. Shot goes up. Barrett Cerrone from Bishop Timon sends the puck over the blue line. Cerrone gets it back. 13 goals, 40 points in 69 games with the Tigers and head coach Mike Cassidy. As Ricky Quartzia from Grand Island briefly sent it behind. Now here's Alex Chen of Canandaigua. 105 career games for Canandaigua for Chen. The puck goes behind. Tight pressure from Buffalo in the offensive zone. 2 22-minute halves, not periods. These players are used to playing 3 17-minute long periods, but in this contest, the Scotty Bowman showcased it as 2 22-minute halves and a 12-minute intermission. Now skating along, here's Jack Ciano for Orchard Park. Krause's pass off the boards. Here's to his longtime teammate Tyler Bukite. Now it's tracked down by D. Now a shot from the blue line. Wolgatz kick save. Across it in front. The puck goes high in the air. Ciano just couldn't connect.
Deflected it, Joe, over the net. I think he had the open side. Again, smart play by the Buffalo coaches to keep a couple players that have played together during the regular season together here in this All-Star game. Couple Quakers looking really good here to start, moving the puck well and creating some energy early on. I will say I'm already more impressed with Buffalo's pressure than what we saw in their juniors earlier.
Gallery makes his way just past center. Then Gately sends it along the boards from center ice. Dragging it down is Sam Pays. Gets the pass over to the far side. Then broken up by Buffalo. Murdy with a backhanded pass. Almost broken up by Brady Johnson. Puck goes back, all the way back towards Aiden Brown, and it stopped for a stoppage with 16:48 to go.
One of the cool things, Joe, that the Sabres do, and again, I've mentioned how lucky are we to be playing here in an NHL rink and sponsored by an NHL team, but the uniforms that the players are wearing on both the Rochester and Buffalo side are a keepsake for the player. That's their gift for being named to the team.
I knocked down a shot. This is Hutchins. Now the puck makes its way to center ice. The pass broken up. Here is Angelo Latour. Latour turns. Goes to his left, sends it off the boards to Gately. Cross ice pass. In front, knocked on a couple skates. Rochester still with the pressure. Then it's covered up by Freeman.
Also get a really cool locker place card with the Bowman Cup graphic. Those are keepsakes that only a few have and something they'll cherish for a long time.
Rochester wins the draw. Low save by Freeman. The puck still loose in front and then tracked down by Jack Stanfield for Williamsville East. Now say along to Will Wadlington of Will South. The cross goes behind Okulowitz. Forwards right now from all three Williamsville schools. Here's Wadlington. Fires off the glass. It bounces towards the right side of Brown, and then Rochester clears it out. Stanfield for Williamsville East. Okulowitz for Williamsville North. Wadlington for Williamsville South. They must have drew it up before the game.
Man, could you imagine if you had that line during the regular season? Okie and Stanfield together. It's pretty impressive.
Okulowitz, the cross. Stanfield turns, fires, it goes wide right. Puck goes off the boards, making its way to center ice. It's Landon Christ. Christ from port side goes behind. Chris gets tangled up from behind. It's still jammed on the near side of Freeman, and he covers it up after pressure from Simon Cole.
Freeman looks to be on his game tonight too, Joe. Actually made a really difficult save a couple minutes ago look really easy. Got deflected, bounced off the ice. But again, the senior netminder, he's just a veteran. Those are the type of saves that are really difficult. But an all-star goalie makes it look easy.
Korsiak sends the puck into the defensive zone and whipped around by Greg Van Heusen. It's intercepted by Buffalo and a low save covered up by Brown. Denying in front, Matthew Bridges from Frontier.
Bridges kind of swatted at it. He had more time than he realized. Great save by Brown there, stuck with it. I think Bridges would love to get that chance back. That was a grade A, as they call him.
Simon Cole steps in, shoots, and it's covered up by Eric Freeman. Both teams out with 4 shots on goal here at the 14:36 mark of this first half.
Mentioned the Williamsville teams. They're very well represented, but so are the South Towns. Orchard Park, Frontier. Those rivalries have been great coming together over the years, Joe.
Wolgash tracks down the puck. The turnover. Here is James Santico with a shot that goes behind the net. Wolgash jammed all on the boards. Here is Ian Hannon from Grand Island. The pass intercepted. Go back to Rochester. A shot from the blue line. Now here's Wolgash again. Wolgash goes behind. A lot of pressure. It's won again by Rochester. Pass at the blue line. Swung to Chen. He fires. It's knocked out just out of the reach of Shane Neese. Now Tika on the far side. Tika gets the pass off. It's blocked down by the defense of Matt Bridges from Frontier. Goes down the ice. Buffalo and Rochester both make a change. And the pass intercepted at center. Here's Chen. Tangled up with Ciano. Here is Latour. Latour gets the pass to Chen. Chen then deflected. Ciano sends it to the net. Now the puck on the far side. Puck just over the blue line. Then secured by Buffalo. Stepping in. Slight defense once again from Alex Chen of Rochester. Gets the puck to Latour. Latour looks to his left. Gets it to Tika. And we have offside called here.
Good pressure so far by the Buffalo team, Joe. Rochester having a difficult time breaking the puck out. A little bit of a shift from our earlier game where Rochester really was applying the pressure to Buffalo.
Rochester gets the puck with Gately, the senior from Penfield. Now here's Noah Hoffman. Hoffman then delivers a hit as the puck goes behind the Buffalo net. Here's Tyler Bukite. Buffalo skating left to right in this first half as Ciano gets the pass over. Now here's Hoffman on the blue line, navigating it so well like he did for the Flames in his career. 13 goals, 52 points in 73 games for head coach Mike Trillo. But Rochester tried again. The cross in front. It's kicked away by Freeman. Puck goes along the boards. This is Sam Pace representing Batavia Notre Dame. A low shot saved by Freeman. Another time right in front, dead on. And Freeman somehow makes a save against Johnson.
Made that original save, Joe, and then a little bit of a rebound, but no problem for him. Looks like Ciano's getting into the physicality, too, in an all-star game. Love to see it. Knocking his Rochester rival to the ice.
Buffalo sends the puck off the boards, but not out. Gately sends it back in. Trying to make space was Emmett Lant, and then the puck squirts to center ice. Rochester will try again. In their own zone, the puck gets to center ice. Saley keeps it along for Buffalo. Puck goes along on the wing, out of the reach of Lant. And a high shot from Gately goes off the boards. Buffalo tracks it down over center ice, tangled up in the skates of Jacob Simpson and from Kenmore East. Then the pressure off the turnover from Perry. Perry turns, sends it along the boards, it's tracked down by Lant. Rochester makes his way to center, then loses control. Saley goes behind, tailed up with Manic Smith. The puck is loose. Tracked down by Buffalo. Along the wing, Eli North, top goal scorer from Kenmore East this season. On the near side, tracking it down is Ian Kloiber. Somehow gets the pass off to Lant. Lant, cross-ice pass. Here's Caleb Clark. This pass intercepted by North. Goes all the way down in the ice. Brown comes out to slow it down just a hair. With 10:45 left in the first half. Here's Okolowitz. They call him Oki along the boards. Across in front, not ready. Wallaton tries to secure it. Now the puck gets to Stanfield. He shoots the low shot, saved by Brown. Here's Clark on the far side. Then the puck goes back to Stanfield. Stanfield gets the pass to Wallaton. He shoots it. He scores. Will Wadlington from Jack Stanfield, and Buffalo takes the 1-0 lead.
Oh, you called it, Joe. The Williamsville line. Willie Wadlington. But it was Stanfield along the boards. He makes a beautiful play with his glove. Knocks it down. Walks across. As he's falling, passes is on his backhand. Wadlington gets his head up. Sees that upper top corner. Only had inches, but buries it to give Buffalo the 1-0 lead. Again, credit Jack Stanfield, the playmaker on that one. Wadlington finishes.
Stanfield with 26 goals, 13 assists this season for the Flames. Great career with the Flames, 87 career games. Grand total of 43 goals and 28 assists for his career with head coach Mike Turillo. And that is our first goal of the contest. Stanfield also received second-team honors from the Federation this year. Rochester trying to respond. But the puck goes back to Bridges. Give and go with his line mate. The puck just gets over Korsiak. And now Chen will track it down. Now we have a stoppage with just over 9 minutes left in the first half.
Looks like an offsides there. We were talking earlier, Joe, about Jeremy DeRigo from Clarence. Stanfield is a similar player. He's a power forward. He's not unwilling to throw the body around. And his playmaking ability, which was on full display there. As he's falling to the ice, he couldn't pass it with his forehand. So what's he do? As he's falling, he goes to his backhand. Again, makes a really, really difficult play look easy. And that's why he's an all-star.
This is Gately. Gately tries to get the cross-ice pass. It's knocked down by Deet. Setting up Buffalo's opportunity. Korsiak tries to get the backhand over to Ciano. And now Rochester on the run. With Tika, cross-size pass intercepted by Buffalo. Tika gets it back on the far side. Puck takes a couple more bounces. The cross off the boards against Tika, then not able to connect with Kellery. Here is Ciano. Cross ice. Noah Hoffman. Beg your pardon, Tyler Buchheit on the action. Buchheit gets it back. It's tailed up in his skates. Now here's Sam Hayes. Hayes, his shot deflected out and out of the reach of Buchheit. The puck still in the Buffalo zone. Then Buffalo secures the puck. Here's Buchheit skating in. 65 career games with the Quakers for Buchheit. 42 goals, 80 career points for head coach Josh Daneker. As Rochester gets over the blue line with Hayes. Hayes flips it along behind the net. It is tracked down by Perry. Perry slips on the blue paint. The puck gets to center, however. Now here's Eli North. Stepping in, North trying to go past his man Van Heusen. Van Heusen wins the puck and then squirts out in front of the Rochester net. Saley sends it back into the zone. Puck on the far side. Here's Maddox Smith. Sends it to center. Racing for the puck is Johnson. Brady Johnson goes behind the net. It's slowed down along the boards. The puck goes back to Johnson. Trying to jam it in on the far side. Puck is still in the Buffalo zone. Turning it Smith. He fires. It's deflected off Scaly's skate. Johnson still behind the net. Through the pressure. Johnson gets it back. It's tailed up with Cerrone. On the near side. Buffalo still behind their own net with Smith on the far side for Rochester. A shot bounces from the blue line, saved by Freeman. Couple extra bounces goes behind. Buffalo tracks it down, sends to the near side of the boards, but right there was Kloiber. And now our stoppage with under 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left to play.
It's going to be Eric Freeman's night. Great performance. No surprise, he was solid all season, and sure enough, comes up big time here to give the Buffalo Seniors the 1-0 lead, Joe. In comes your guy, Matteo Mancini.
Matteo Mancini.
State champion.
Yeah, state champion, 20 starts on the season, a 2.25 goals against average. Helped the Marauders win a Catholic state championship.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. Waited his turn. Comes in, makes the team as a senior. And the Marauders peak at the right time. They get hot right when they need to, and sure enough, back-to-back state championships with a completely different team, might I add.
Buffalo in the offensive zone. Eric Freeman finishing his night with 6 saves in 15 minutes and 24 seconds of ice time here. As Buffalo resets with Wolgass at center, swings to Wodlington. Off the boards, this is Bridges. Now tracking it down is Caleb Clark from Victor. 12 goals, 28 points this season. Finished his career 40 goals, 91 points in 109 games for Victor. Had a big run in the Division II state championship before losing to Williamsville East. Puck goes off the boards. Gets back to Clark at center ice. Tangle up in front of the Rochester bench. Puck's loose in the open space. Here comes Rochester briefly with Christ. And now it's tracked down on the near side.
Great play there by the Buffalo Seniors. Rochester looked to be on the transition, Joe. But that neutral zone play so critical. Really broke up their Rochester's chance for a rush.
Jack Kellery now in his own zone. 4:35 left in the first half. Buffalo leads Rochester 1-0 in the Scotty Bowman Cup. Buffalo makes its way to center. Puck sent on the boards. Landon Chris gets the pass over. Now Kellery off his stick. The puck goes, and then it goes right back to Rochester. Buffalo can't secure possession at center ice. And now a stoppage here.
Been impressed so far with Buffalo's defensive play. Really stifling the Rochester team, Joe. They're unable really to carry anything into the zone. There's been a lot of block shots. Solid defensive performance here in this first half.
Rochester applying more pressure. This is Tika. Sends it along the boards. Up inside the blue line by Kloiber. Puck goes high. Tika tracks it down on the near side, getting it pressured along by Saley. Puck goes to the far side of the ice. But here's Buffalo now. Racing in front on the left wing. Is stepping in. Backhanded shot. It's knocked away. Buffalo trying again. Buchheit thought he had a chance. Another save in front. And checked down by Greg Van Heusen.
The speed by Buchheit, Joe, just been so impressive all year long. You saw it there. He blows by the defenseman. Two of them goes to the quick forehand to backhand. Looks like he was going 5-hole there. Tanner, though, steady in net. Keeps this only a 1-goal game.
Eli North on the boards. It goes through the skates of Simpson. Kept inside by Wolgas. Now a shot from Perry. Goes into the back of the net. And good. Buffalo takes the 2-0 lead.
Well, it's the big slap shot by Perry at the point. The Niagara Wheatfield defenseman. But I'm curious, Joe, if that hit Eli North. And if it did, it hit off his backside. Fun way to score a goal in an all-star game. Oh, no, Simpson, excuse me. We'll wait to see who gets credit, but it really was Perry's quick shot. Caught Rochester off guard.
So Jacob Simpson credited with the goal representing Kenmore East. As you just said, Rich, it was started by the shot from Adam Perry.
Yeah, well, Simpson's just such a big kid, right? Good for Perry. Perry knew to get it off quick, and he did. Simpson was screening. Quick turn. And I'm not joking, Joe. I think it went off his back and in the back of the net to give Buffalo a 2-0 lead here in the first half.
Perry skates it, shoots it, scores himself. Flying like a falcon indeed. Adam Perry puts Buffalo up 3-0.
Wow. Reminiscent of the first game when Buffalo scored 2 goals. The juniors did 20-something seconds apart. Perry, after getting the assist, he says, I'll just do it myself. The quick wrist shot by the senior pops the water bottle. And the Buffalo seniors jump out to a quick 3-0 lead here in the first half. Perry a goal and assist in less than a minute, Joe.
Just a 30-second differential between the goals from Simpson and Perry. Buffalo looking for more. Stanfield kick save from Reese Tanner. Tanner coming into today on the season for Batavia Notre Dame, a 12-6-3 record, only allowed 52 goals on the season. Here's a shot from Stanfield that goes off the post under 2 minutes left in the first half. Making his way, Emmett Lant shoots, and a glove save coming for Mancini.
Well, the assist went to Neese. Shane Neese, you talked about the talented defenseman for Sean Green's Williamsville South Billies, but did you hear, Joe, who got the second assist? Your boy, Matteo Mancini, gets himself on the scoreboard with an assist in an all-star game. Great job, Mateo. That's exciting. 3-0 Buffalo.
Gately skates in over the line. And drop down, looking for Clark. The puck loose, sent along the boards by Jake Hutchins. Hutchins representing Batavia Notre Dame as well. He gets the puck, slips, recovers on the blue line, and then called for offside.
So it's almost a reverse of kind of what we saw in the first game, which we saw was really all Rochester. This has been all Buffalo here in the first half. The Buffalo seniors very talented. As you and I saw, Joe, all season long.
The last minute of the first half as Tanner slows the puck down. One of 4 players tonight representing Batavia Notre Dame, and Mark Staley on the bench here. Hutchins, Tika, and Johnson, the other 3. Rochester trying to get out of their own zone. Sent back in by Buffalo by Cerrone. Here's Van Heusen. Van Heusen, now Kloiber representing Victor, gets the pass on the far side to Justin Passerella from Portside. Passerella, 43 goals, 81 points, and 90 career games with Portside. Now skating in, making the move, a low shot, tracked down in front. Last 15 seconds of the first half. As this is skating in his own end, Drew Ricketts from Pittsford. Pittsford makes his way to center. Saved by Mancini. Now here's Ricketts. Ricketts turns, and that'll end the first half. Buffalo with a 3-0 lead. 2 of them in some fashion from Adam Perry to build this lead here, Rich.
Yeah, Adam Perry. He's been fantastic. A quick shot on the second goal. And then decides to do it all himself, walks in, and the wrist shot. It was Simpson on the second goal who tipped it on the Perry shot. Also, the other one we should mention, the first goal was from that Williamsville line that we were talking about. Stanfield made the great pass to Wadlington, who buried it. So those are our goal scorers, Joe. Buffalo up 3-0 over Rochester.
Shots on goal in the first half. Buffalo with 10, Rochester with 8. We'll step aside and we'll be back in a few minutes from downtown Buffalo, Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030, just results.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Experience explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. One of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
WNYathletics.com. You can thank me later.
WNY Athletics, your home for high school sports.
Yes.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
And we welcome you back to the KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo, home of the Buffalo Sabres. And for tonight, the kids get to come and play here in the house that many Sabres have built. And 3-0 Buffalo in this one over Rochester in the Scotty Bowman Cup. Joe Kraus, Rich Coach with you tonight on Western New York Athletics. Let's take a look at the first half highlights here. Rich, we mentioned the shots on goal. Buffalo with 10, Rochester with 8. Adam Perry, a goal and an assist, and really just the pressure right from the start from the offense.
Yeah, I saw the right out of the gate. The Buffalo senior team putting a lot of pressure on Rochester. Here comes the goal. Stanfield falls backhand over to Wadlington. Really, he didn't have a ton of room on that left side. I believe it hit the post and goes in. But it's been the team speed of Buffalo, Joe, that I've been so impressed with. Here's the shot from Peary. Went off, was it Simpson in front? Yeah, 22, the big guy. And then Perry gets the own goal, his own. As he walks in and takes a quick wrist shot. I think caught the Rochester goalie off guard. 3-0. Buffalo leads, Joe.
Really a solid contest so far. Both teams get ready to go for the second half, and we'll step aside as well and come right back on Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Your life can change in an instant after an injury. You need a trusted partner at your side. Hi, I'm Dan Chacha. At Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys, we're here to help you navigate the challenges you'll face. Our dedicated team fights tirelessly for your rights, ensuring you get the compensation you deserve. Don't worry, Chacha's got you. Call Dan Chacha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation. Your injury is our priority.
Call 648-3030, just results.
Seek your next adventure. Make your next memory. Explore your next connection. What will you do next?
Buffalo Breathe Now, Western New York's newest respiratory urgent care and walk-in clinic, located at 6161 Transit Road in East Amherst, New York. Open 7 days a week. Visit buffalobreathenow.com or call 716-320-0180. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, buffalobreathenow.com.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Were you injured in a car accident? Or were you injured on the job? Don't wait. Call your patient coordinator, Tom Prince, at 716-771-9690. One of the hardest things to do is to find a physician that accepts no-fault car insurance or workers' compensation insurance. Let your patient coordinator help you find the physicians that can get you on the road to recovery.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
At WNYathletics.com. You can link me later.
WNY Athletics, your home for high school sports.
Yes.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Welcome back. Moments away from the start of the second half. between Buffalo and Rochester. Buffalo with a 3-0 lead over their rivals. Joe Kraus, Rich Kozier, our producer tonight. Tim Gardner, the second of our 3 contests here in the 19th annual Scotty Bowman Showcase. Team Hashik against Team Perot, the best of the best in the prep and junior leagues around the area. Will drop the puck at 9 p.m., but right now, getting ready for the start of the second half. As we take a look at the rafters, you can see the retired numbers for the Buffalo Sabres, the French Connection, Pat LaFontaine, Danny Gare, Dominic Hasek, Ryan Miller, Rick Jeanneret, the voice of the Sabres, as well as you can see as well the press box named after Ted Darling, the original voice of the Buffalo Sabres. His family still in the area here in Lockport. As we drop the puck the second half, is there anything that we can maybe see? I mean, it is an all-star game, of course, but Buffalo versus Rochester, you mentioned about the rivalry of these two.
It's a great rivalry. There's bragging rights, right? These kids, I guarantee, know each other. They play, travel hockey, and it's always a great rivalry, Buffalo and Rochester.
Jackson.
And bragging rights, Joe, for sure. Bowman Cup, you get a nice picture. Quite the honor. And the story. Hey, I played in my senior year all-star game, and we won. Something you're going to be telling your kids one day.
Here's Kloiber. Now Chen. Murray from the blue line sends it back into the Rochester zone. Buffalo checks on the puck, the cross in front, then it touches off Murray's stick, who resets at center ice. Give and go with Noah Hoffman. Sends it along, just out of the reach of North. Pass a little behind that time for Pastorella. Buffalo sends the puck back into the Rochester zone. Here's Van Heusen. On the far side, the puck gets back out. Setting up Simpson. His shot is blocked by Van Heusen. Rochester has the puck on the far side. Cross-ice pass. Rochester going right to the left with Landon Christ. Christ through the traffic. Now it's blocked down in front. Now going behind is Pastorella. Here's Kloiber. Jammed on the far side was Pastorella. Puck along the boards. It goes to the left side. Here is Latore. Gets tangled up at center ice. Is tracked down by Adam Perry. Perry looking for more. He shoots, and it is a nice save from Reese Tanner.
Tanner made a great save. I thought Perry, looking for his 3rd point of the game, Joe, comes in, catches the Rochester defenseman flat-footed. He's looking to go high, but Tanner, as you mentioned there, makes a really nice glove save. Keep this game 3-0. Perry, man, he continues to impress, Joe. He's gotten better since the regular season.
Cross, a backhand shot won't go for Tika as the net comes off. Adam Perry scored 22 of his 49 career goals this season for the Falcons. He actually missed the early part of the season with a lower leg injury, but came back and was once again a vital piece for head coach Rick Rosman and for the team up in Sanborn.
Leg looks healed to me. Way he's competing. Again, a tough loss for Coach Rosen. Can't replace players like that.
Stanfield sends it along the boards. Back down by Gately. And it's tracked back. Wallington takes a shot saved by Tanner. Now here's Hutchins. Gets the pass to Gately. Gately. Now Tika. Now in over the line. Trying to go against 2 defenders was Callery. And it goes right to the glove of Matteo Mancini.
Mentioned Mancini having such a solid year. Black pads with the glove and the blocker that he wore all season long. And a solid competitor. Really a great story, too. Joe peaking at the right time and coming on as a senior and a team that was quote-unquote supposed to be a rebuilder. And he was their MVP for sure this season. Great to see him rewarded with a Bowman Cup selection.
His counterpart Tanner slows it down, gets it to Chen. Here's Lant. Cross-ice pass a little short. Puck checked down by Hoffman, who gets it over to Hannon. Ian Hannon, what a run he had for head coach Bob Simpson and the Vikings. Get ready for this, Rich. 48 goals, 52 assists, 100 career points in only 54 games. He's getting a point in nearly every 2 contests for Grand Island.
That's incredible.
Also,
these are really talented players, and when you're putting up those sort of numbers, you deserve to be at an all-star game for sure. Congrats to him.
And it also received first-team Division II honors in the Fed this season. As Ciano sends it back into the Rochester zone, this is Chet.
A little bit more of the same, Joe. It's Buffalo's defensive. Watch how good they are in the neutral zone. Rochester really is unable to carry the puck in or get anything going. It looks like they're starting to get frustrated. You mentioned Coach Mark Staley. I got a little story for you about him, Joe. He is one of 2 Hobart Statesman alumni that played college hockey in Geneva. And when I mention the Hobart Statesman, let me mention the back-to-back-to-back. Yes, 3-peat Division III national champions in ice hockey.
And there's a goal. Maddox Smith connecting, getting Rochester on the board.
Well, there it is. I mentioned Section 5 Geneva, and Rochester responds. Just like the Hobart Statesman won in overtime over Utica. Rochester gets the goal. Nice little pass here to a soft area. Smith knows where to go. The quick one-timer beat Mancini 5-hole. Gives Rochester some life here. And really, I think was one of their first goals of the half, Joe.
Just their first shot on net in this half as Sam Pays, the shot saved and almost scored it out against Mancini.
Just got behind him. Senior jumped on it. But yeah, congratulations to the Hobart Statesmen, the national champions for Division III hockey. Mark graduated just before me, so I think he was a class of '89 graduate. But we're both proud alumni of what that team's doing.
Rochester trying to jam on the end line, but they can't connect the pass. Puck goes back. This is Johnson. On the far side, Tika steps in across in front for Johnson. Bounces off Murray's skate, then a shot goes wide right off the boards from Gately. Rochester trying again. Here is Pastorella. Jammed on the boards by Hoffman. Puck takes a couple more bounces. Here is Buffalo. Off the glass. Kept inside by Gately on the blue line, who sends back into the Buffalo zone.
Nice response here by Rochester. Just when I mentioned they're having such a difficult time getting it in the zone, they've been able to apply pressure in the last minute, Joe.
Hoffman sends it off the boards, kept inside the blue line. Here's a shot from Rochester at the flex right. Hoffman tries again, now getting to a little bit Tika. Tika turns, and it is tracked down by Eli North of Buffalo. Eli North, the former Ken Maurice Bulldog, knocked away as Rochester makes another goaltending change with Dan Kumorowski from Portside now in net. Here's another shot, another save for Danny as it's cleared out. Not out of the zone, though, as this is Wadlington. Now a shot from the blue line that bounces off the post. Wadlington there for the rebound. Wadlington goes behind, then pressured by Gately, who now has the puck for Rochester. Ross nice pass. A little too much off the stick for Tika. Mancini slows it down here for Buffalo. Ross in front, intercepted by Rochester. This is Latour at the blue line. Chen swings to his right. A shot coming. It's deflected in front. Rochester trying again. Here's Olkowitz. Now Buffalo still in its own zone. Getting the pass to Wadlington on the right wing. Wadlington crosses in, going against Chen. The backhand shot towards the net, just short. Here's Rochester. Backing it down is Stanfield. Stanfield with the red helmet to represent Williams Elise. His shot goes behind. Now it's Wadlington with the blue helmet. It's bounced out just to reach Olkowitz, who, if you're guessing at home, is wearing green tonight for Williamsville North for his helmet color. Now Chen bounced out. Here is Olkowitz. Olkowitz stepping in. The quick pass to Wadlington. Tries to get crossed in front. It's knocked away by Rochester. Here is Drew Ricketts. Ricketts pass intercepted. Here's Stanfield steps in. A save of Komorowski. The puck is still loose. Wallington fires in. It's still jammed on the side. Stanfield trying to get the cross in front. It's out here to Sealy, but here's a shot from Cerrone that goes wide. 4 skaters, Rich, for Buffalo, trying to get something in the net.
What pressure that Buffalo's putting on. Good for Rochester to keep them off the board. But that Williamsville line continues to give them fits. Stanfield was a beast.
Here's Bridges, sends it along the zone. Komorowski slows it down. Now Bridges. Poked from behind by Emmett Lant. 13 minutes left in the contest. It bounces off the post, it looks like, for Lant. The puck is loose at center ice. Buffalo gets the puck right back. Sending it along is Shane Neese. And now Rochester in their own end. Getting tangled up. Here's Chris. Chris had the assist on Maddox Smith's goal to cut this deficit to 3-1. Ian Hannon. Hannon along the boards. Puck goes back to Caleb Clark. Now Van Heusen. Back to Clark. He looks up ice. It's knocked down by Hannon. Stays inside the zone. He clears it. Was Komorowski. Now Buffalo coming in. Korsiak backhanded shot. Tracked down by Ciano. Ciano turns from the left circle. It's knocked out in front as Buffalo knocks on a Rochester man in front of the net. Buffalo trying again. Ciano through the traffic. No one there yet. Here's Ricky Korsiak. Now it's Rochester.
A battle going on in front there, Joe. You think this is just a fun all-star game? There's a perfect example to suggest it's not. Ciano and look like Johnson just going at it. That's going to be it for Mateo as we get the goalie switch. Looks like Pavicic from Frontier.
Puck not out of the Buffalo zone. A low shot from Smith. Back down by Sam Pays. Pays goes behind. Now it's tracked down. Buffalo in transition. Skating along through the traffic. Bukite off the boards. Now kept in. Here's a shot from Hoffman. Knocked down by Rochester. Rochester on the move with Johnson. Firing low save from John Pavlovich of Frontier. Rochester will try again, trying to jam it on the far side. They can't. Here's Pays, turns, fires. It bounces off the stick of Smith instead. Smith going behind. Now here's Bukite. Tyler Bukite through the traffic. Now in the open space, crossing center. Bukite makes 2 Rochester men collide into each other. Now he gets the pass off to Sealy. His shot goes wide left. Here is Cerrone. Cerrone shoots from the blue line. It's blocked out. Going over to Saley, though. Saley shoots. It goes over the glass. Now here's Simpson. Simpson turns from the right circle, cross ice pass. Buffalo shoots north with the shot. It's an netting and out of play as John Pavlovich still getting used to the ice here for Frontier. He started 11 of his 12 appearances for the Falcons, a .925 save percentage and a 3.21 goals against average.
Yeah, impressive numbers for the senior. Frontier, Joe.
So both teams have now had all three of its goaltenders getting some ice time here at Quebec.
Yeah, 10-11 here in the second half. Buffalo holding on to the 3-1 lead, but Rochester's gotten some life here as of late, making this a lot more interesting than maybe in the first half.
Saley goes behind his own net. A give and go at Perry. Still racing for the puck is Saley, the Orchard Park Quaker. Now here's North. North on the far side. North gets the puck back after it tangled out in front and a low save from Kumarowski against Simpson.
Play by North there, Joe. Picks up that puck behind the goal line. Quick pass to the front. One-timer by Simpson. He's already got one tonight. Liked how he kept it low, too. Hard and low on the ice. Goal scorer's spot to put a puck.
Stanfield. It's collided with. Stanfield gets the puck back. The cross just to reach to Wadlington. Will gets the puck back. Gets across to Okulewicz. Okulewicz steps in with Chen on his back skate. He then turns, tries to get Stanfield. Then it's picked up by Rochester. Here is Tika. Tika stepping in. Puck knocked down by Pastorella. Gets the pass to Jameson. Cross in front to Chen. He shoots. It goes high over the glass. Rochester will try again. Going behind. Rick is trying to jam it on the near side. Denied, though, and now it's Wadlington with the puck. Otika trying to track it down again. Here is Ricketts. Ricketts turns, fires. Puck goes off the boards. 8.5 minutes to go in the second half. Buffalo leads Rochester 3-1 in the Scotty Bowman Cup. Backhanded shot. It is loose. Going behind. Then tracked down by Buffalo. The long pass from Wallington to Okulewicz. Okulewicz by himself gets poked from behind by Koiber. Buffalo in the midst of a line change. The puck kept back in by Oki. Now here's Clark for Rochester. Low pass off the boards. Puck gets to center ice with Murdy. Now Callery. Jack Callery steps in. He turns, gets the pass. Trying to get the give and go with Clark. It's knocked down by Buffalo on the far side. Rochester will try again. Murdy goes behind his net. Turns, skates to his right. Here's Hannon. Now Ricky Korsiak. Korsiak steps in, shoots, save the redirect just out of the reach of Murdy. Now Rochester will try to track it down. Here is Clark again. Getting the pass to Latour. Latour steps in, shoots. The puck goes through the crease. Rochester trying again. Then a low shot for Kellery. It goes in and good. Jack Kellery representing McQuaid, and it's now a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, we saw this coming. It's like a new Rochester team in the second half, Joe. Again, almost from the same spot that their first goal was scored. They get to the slot so well. Beautiful pass right on the tape. And the quick shot. 5-hole again. Same spot. Shot goes 5-hole and in the back of the net. And Rochester has cut this deficit now to 1. 7:11 to go. 3-2.
Jack Kellery, 165 total points in 105 games for McQuaid. 79 career goals. Former Quake Jesuit. Now Buffalo trying to create some space in the Rochester zone. Sent along the boards by Buchheit. Now the cross just out of the reach, and we have a stoppage instead before Deet could set up Buchheit.
Looks like the net was off. We saw Calorie, Joe. I don't know if you remember. That was up in Lockport. McQuaid was really impressive. I was surprised that they were not the team that came out of Section 5. They were really solid. And you can see why. Calorie with a beautiful goal there. The second for the Rochester All-Stars.
Gately had a shot as he went colliding behind the boards. Puck is still loose. Buffalo now has it. Here is Deet. Trying to get the stretch pass. Deflected out by Gately. Growski tries to slow it down, but it's now Buchheit. The cross in front. Stepping in was Simpson. The redirect just won't go either. And now a stoppage.
Buchheit made a nice play there. I think he was looking for his teammate, Ciano, who was on the doorstep. To no avail. This game remains 3-2.
6 minutes left to play. Another shot on goal for Buffalo there. Sam Welgas. It's the pass over. The cross just out of the reach of Simpson. The puck goes off the boards. Here's a shot that's blocked down at the blue line. A heads-up play from Johnson going against Nice. We continue on. Rochester still in their own zone. The puck gets to center ice. Slow down. Pavlovich comes out. The puck is loose in the Buffalo zone. Then the puck gets to center. And Rochester will try again. Buffalo had a 3-0 lead at the end of the first half. 2 22-minute periods instead of what the players were accustomed to this season, 3 17-minute long periods, 2 22-minute halves. Buffalo struck first, 3-0 lead. Wadlington, Simpson, and Perry, the goal scorers for Buffalo. Rochester coming right back with a pair in this second half of play. Here's another opportunity. This is Johnson. Johnson against two defenders, gets poked from behind, then pushed along the boards. Puck still loose in front, then tracked down by Simpson. Simpson on the far side, turning. A puck bounces in front. Perry right there in front, and Kurowski gets the stop.
Kurowski's been solid, Joe. Port side. Really so active with his pads. It's like the third or fourth time I thought it was a sure goal, but yet he denies the Buffalo seniors. And it's really one of the reasons why Rochester has a good chance of tying this game up here in the closing minutes of the Bowman Cup.
Pavlovich comes out to slow things down. Shot from the blue line, deflected off a Buffalo skate. Rochester will try again. Just over 4 minutes left. This is Olkowitz. Olkowitz on the wing. It turns a pass, sending the puck off the skate of Stanfield. Rochester will try again. This is Van Heusen. Van Heusen is pass out of the reach of Simon Cole, who we haven't said a lot in this contest, but one of the big parts of Victor's run this past postseason.
Oh yeah, he was fantastic down the stretch. Victor made a nice run out of Section 5.
Shots on goal so far, as you see on your screen at home. Buffalo out shooting Rochester 25-13 now after that last shot. Rochester were just 5 shots on goal in this second half and able to convert into 2 goals here.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've, quality chances also is a lot, Joe, and they've had good quality chances. Much more of an even game here in the second half, and they've capitalized, done a really nice job of getting to areas where they can finish.
Here's Bridges. Sends it along. It's shoved away by Kumarowski. Now the puck gets to center ice. Clark turns. Here's Christ. Landon Christ. Now Ricky Kwarciak sends the puck along to his longtime teammate Ian Hannon. The cross in front, a save for Danny. The puck goes all the way down the ice. Buffalo will try again here.
Nice tip there. I loved how they went to the net. That was Hannon.
Here's Bukite. Now deep. The Canisius Crusader. Ciano. Now trying to knock on the door is Bukite. Rochester trying to get the puck out of their own zone. As we're approaching 2 minutes left to play. Buffalo leading Rochester 3-2. Sam Wolgas, the Will North Spartan, sends it to Ciano. Now trying again is Ricketts. Ricketts through the traffic, makes his way over center ice. Ricketts takes the shot. It's saved by Pavlovich. Ricketts will try again. Former Pittsburgh Panther. Puck goes
Rochester's
along.
pulled the goalie, Joe.
Extra skater for Rochester. It's knocked down from behind. Now Buffalo on the far side. This is Bukite. The puck goes back to Rochester. Under 90 seconds to play. Pavlovich slows it down. Takes a high shot. Sends it to center ice. It's knocked down. Rochester still at center with Johnson. Johnson on the far side. Johnson from the right circle. Dumps it down. Here's a shot. Save Pavlovich. And Buffalo has the puck. Off a redirect. John Pavlovich with a huge save as we approach the final minute of play.
So close to this game getting tied up. Pavlovich with a huge save, Joe.
Smith, cross ice pass to Clark. Now Motika back to Clark. The redirect, another save for Pavlovich. Buffalo can't get out of their own zone. Another shot from the blue line, a kick save for Pavlovich. Buffalo tracks it down on the near side with Smith. Now Motika, the cross in front. It comes out. Here's the shot for Kloiber. Knocked down by Buffalo. Sending it down the ice. It bounces wide left for an icing.
Wow. Pavlovich, man. Just making some great saves down the stretch here. That's why he's an all-star, Joe. I thought a couple times Rochester had the chance. Kick save there and a beauty. Maddox Smith from Canandaigua just missed grabbing that rebound. Rochester's going to talk it over. Head coach David Evans might have a play that he wants to run. Again, 35.5 seconds. Faceoff will be in the Buffalo zone. Right side. Faceoff. Looks like Perry's going to be out there with Hoffman. That's no surprise. Perry's been great today. Hoffman as well.
Last 30 seconds to play. On the near side, Latour. It bounces over to Chen. Then Motika has a touch. Now turning. It is Cole with a shot. Simon Cole is stopped by John Pavlovich.
At this point in the game, you want to just get anything to the net, Joe. Cole knows that. Grabs that puck along the hash and just fires it. Only thing I would say is get that a little lower, maybe to get the rebound. 17.6 to go here in the second half.
Trying again, Kelly. Cross ice. Here's the shot deflected out. All behind. 8 seconds to go. The puck is still loose in the zone. Dragging it down. A low shot. Knocked away from Ricketts. Ricketts tries to drag it out again. 1 second left. And Buffalo holds on to win the Scotty Bowman Cup 3-2 final against Rochester.
All 3 goals for them coming in the first half, Joe. But that seems to be enough as Buffalo holds on. Little white knuckles there at the end, but congratulations to the Buffalo Seniors, winners of the 2025 Bowman Cup.
Wadlington, Simpson, and Perry are goal scorers for Buffalo. And for Rochester, Landon Christ and Manic Smith, both in the second half for Rochester. A 3-2 final, shots on goal. Buffalo with 27, Rochester with 18. Big contest, a big victory for Buffalo as we take a look once again. Congratulations to all of the players for Buffalo and Rochester as we'll go through alphabetical order. You can see them on your screen as well. For Buffalo, it is Matthew Bridges from Frontier, the first forward, followed by number 14, Tyler Bukite of Orchard Park. Then his classmate from the Quakers, number 3, Jack Ciano. Then from Canisius, number 9, Jackson Deet. From Grand Island, number 7, Ian Hannon. And number 11, Ricky Korsiak. That is followed by Kenmore East, number 21, Eli North. For Williamsville North, number 12, Caleb Olkowitz. For Niagara Wheatfield, number 91, Adam Perry. Number 22, Jacob Simpson from Kenmore East is next, followed by Jack Stanfield of Williamsville East, number 17. The last forward for Buffalo is number 90, Will Wadlington. On defense, for Bishop Timon, number 28, Barrett Cerrone, followed by Williamsville East, number 4, Noah Hoffman. Shane Neese represented Williamsville South for the final time and wore number 2 tonight, followed by Kenmore West, number 27, Jacob Murdy. Number 23 from Orchard Park was Alex Saley. And for Williamsville North, number 5, Sam Walgas. And the 3 goaltenders for Buffalo in the Scotty Bowman Cup. Number 31, Eric Freeman from Kenmore East. Number 39 from St. Joe's, Matteo Mancini. And in the tight finish from Frontier, number 73, John Pavlovich. So that is the Scotty Bowman Cup seniors for Team Buffalo. And then for Rochester in this contest, representing, he was selected here but did not get to play, number 12, Keegan Ahern from Pittsford. He was a forward, followed by McQuaid's number 98, Jack Callery. Then number 18 from Portside, Landon Christ, followed by Victor's number 8, Caleb Clark. Batavia Notre Dame's Brady Johnson wore number 71. Victor's number 17, Simon Kowal, was next. Emmett Lance from Brighton, HFL, Eastridge, and Ganada, the conglomerate team. He wore number 19 tonight. Angelo Latour wore number 16 for Penfield. Jamison Motika from Batavia Notre Dame wore number 34. Portside's number 91 was Justin Pastorella. Up next was from Batavia Notre Dame, number 9, Sam Pays. The last forward for Rochester was number 7, Manic Smith from Canandaigua. Then Rochester had a total of 6 defenders tonight, starting with number 14, Alex Chen of Canandaigua. From Penfield, number 2, Rory Gately. From Batavia Notre Dame, number 24, Jake Hutchins. Ian Colby represented Victor and wore number 13. Drew Ricketts wore number 6 and represented Pittsburgh tonight. And Greg Van Houston was the last defender. He wore number 26 and is from Webster Thomas High School. And the 3 goaltenders tonight for Rochester, number 30, Aiden Brown from Pittsburgh. Number 1, Dan Komorowski from Portside. And from Batavia Notre Dame was number 88, Reese Tanner. Again, alphabetical order for Buffalo and Rochester here in the Scotty Bowman Cup. Once again, our final score in this contest. Buffalo with the 3-2 victory against Rochester to take home the Scotty Bowman Cup for 2025. For our partner Rich Crozier and our producer Tim Gardner, this is Joe Kraus signing off. We thank you all for tuning in, and congratulations to all the seniors playing tonight. We'll be right back with more on Western New York Athletics.